Rise. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty, and justice. Great. We may deviate from the printed agenda. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from December 16th as written. Second. Any discussion, all in favor? Yeah, what's the update on that door?
Supposed to be here this week.
This week.
Yeah.
ADA update. The flooring's being done. There's a few in the offices and I think it's just the offices left now. So the thresholds will be ADA accessible, up to code, and the door, hopefully within the next couple of weeks that's done. We should be in really good shape. Right. Department heads. Miss Boyle.
I don't really have anything to talk about. I did want to mention that the clerk's office will not be open until 10 a.m. on Monday because the carpeting is getting put in over the weekend and we're going to need a couple hours to try to put our computers back together and make sure they're running. That's all I have.
Sweet, thank you. ACO.
Very quick, I had one dog at large. We have a missing dog, Winnie Sue, which we've had no sightings of, Mill Pond. So people, I had asked people look on the cameras and everything to see if we can find, because there's no sightings whatsoever. The rabies clinic is this Saturday from 8 to 11, $15. You gotta get your dog's license before February 1st to avoid the late fees.
When's the clinic?
This Saturday, the 10th,
You want me to open it up?
8 to 11.
I'll open it. I can open it. Yeah.
We open it, and yeah, make sure you get a desk over there for them, do the same as we did last year.
Mhm.
A desk over there by the window,
Mhm.
they pay and everything, they get in line, we grab the cat or dog, bring it in, shoot them, and out the door to go.
When you get yours.
That's gonna get a comment or two.
Whatever, they got more comments than I need. That's it.
Thank you. Chief, what you got?
We had, four more vehicle accidents, 15 medical calls, one mutual aid to Hiram, one to Denmark, 3 trees on wires, and 1 citizen assist. New computer, I got it for the car, all programs in there, I'm just waiting for the crane to hold it. It's in the front seat, works great, thanks to Lynn, she helped me last Wednesday
Mhm.
morning to get things going, because I'm not very computer literate. Like Bill.
Mhm.
But
Wait for
new fire reporting system is now up and running. I don't like it, but I gotta get used to it. That's reporting to the federal government on all our calls. Everything else, it's been quite a process.
Even when you do the medical assist?
Yes, I do that too. Yep, it all goes into the.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Because that shows that I am out there doing something.
Right.
And we're resuming our meetings for the building starting the 16th.
How is, this is where we're gonna deviate. How is that coming along with Dickey?
Very well.
So there's still nothing with that USDA guy as
No,
far
he
as,
does not like that contractor because of the way it's being done. They don't, if they design it, right now, if they designed it, they can't bid on it. And we tried to explain to them that they're not bidding on building it. They're assisting us in getting contractors, and that's hard to, they don't like that. So you're at the point where we might have to start all over again. I don't know if Doug got it, but I sent you the sample.
I have it all, and obviously we put tons of work into this so far. And the USDA has thrown us some unrealized curveballs, including they won't even meet with us. That doesn't sound like a big deal, but to me, I need to meet you in person and they won't do that.
Has there been any contact with Colin's office?
Not yet because of the
Or-
holidays.
Yeah, we're thinking about it.
Yeah, I'd appreciate if you don't think about it and just make it happen.
I'm gonna make that. a
Just,
little bit.
just get a hold of them, because, you know, we, at this point, you guys have a year's time into this.
Yep.
The costs are still rising, which means the building's getting smaller, all because one individual who's not an architect, who's not any of that, is holding up this process.
Well, the guy we're
So
talking
let's-
to is, right, he is, it's not Nathan that's the financial guy, it's Bill is the architectural guy. And that's,
See, this is where
Sorry to
I'm,
interrupt, we're not sure of his experience, and in my talking with him, I think his experience in this kind of project and this kind of, whether it's design build or, plan and spec, all those other issues, he's unfamiliar with those.
Yeah.
He literally told us that he's working off 1970 documents. The 70s were great, but I can't work off. I can't work off 1970 documents to build a building, a modern building. So these are the obstacles he's thrown against us. And your comment about calling Susan Collins, yeah, because this gentleman is just not understanding
right,
the terminology or the process or any of that. And he's not understanding that every day that goes by, we're well aware, every day that goes by is dollars.
right.
And he's not, we mentioned that to him and he doesn't even comment. It's like, yeah, okay, well, that's not okay with us. So we're just trying to struggle with that right now. The USDA guy, we're meeting, like Dickie said, on the 16th. We're gonna reevaluate where we stand, reevaluate what we have to do. They literally just gave us 3 choices, and none of them are applicable, in my opinion, to build this building.
What time's the meeting on the 16th?
5:30.
Should I get both of you gentlemen there for that? Please.
So excuse my frustration, but the committee has been working very hard on this.
January 16th.
Literally curveball that we didn't expect. We thought we'd be almost building in the spring, not by getting quotes in the spring.
Dickie,
Right.
reach out to Nate Wadsworth, let him know what's going on, see if he can get
He
something
can get
going
off
on.
us out of the fight.
Yeah.
I'll go back to Carly, because she's the only one that will get in touch with Susan. I'll send an email to her. And try calling her. And see if they can help us out, Nate Wadsworth, it's just maybe Rick Bennett, I don't know if Rick Bennett would help us.
The Senate,
Yeah. Yeah. I think we have the perfect storm to do this, the company is great, and I'm frustrated, really. Office.
If you need support letters, let us know.
Okay.
Health Officer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This morning, I spoke with Mary Matthews. As a reminder for the folks, Mary Matthews is the person that's in charge of workplace safety for the state of Maine. What I'm trying to do is set up an exact clone of the one that we did November of 24 here in this room. Each of the job descriptions, public works guys, the people over at the transfer station, the administrative folks, the recreation, each of them have required classes that they have to attend supposedly on a yearly basis. And we were able to pull off quite a showing for that one, and took care of most of the needs of at least the required classes that one session. And that's what I'm trying to rearrange again. As I said, the last time we spoke of this, there was talk of, well, we've got them all electronically, computer arranged now so that you can sit there and watch them. I think she got wind when I started to cry that I didn't want to do it that way. So as of this morning, she has agreed to setting up, even trying to get the lady that came the last time to do the ergonomics sessions, Allison Smith. She says that she'd come back and do that session that we had back in November a few years ago. So if I can keep this on track, that's what I'll be asking the board to do, is to approve a day when we can lock down the office and close businesses until, unless it's considered part of this class session like we did the last time. Get it all done in one day and go. The only other thing I wanted to mention was the playground. The reports, the inspections are being done, and I will use my description, frozen. That's about as far as I go with it. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Bill. Code enforcement.
See, so we had one building permit in December, and that was for renovation. That was it. December was pretty slow, and then I issued one notice of violation in December. That was it.
Public Works, had some minor breakdowns, Volvo, airline, trouble valve, wing arm, broken rim, front dually on the inside, plow chain on the Western Star and the cutting edge wing, headlights, spinner valves leaking on the International, the 11 International, 550, backup lights, backup alarm, headlamp, and the spinner. Wednesday, they're picking up flags in Bangor, 48 of them. And he wants to talk to the select board about paving Porter Road and Thurston Road, Porter Road from Hampshire to Little Church, question mark, and then Thurston Road from Porter Road to Lynn Scott, question. So.
Did you say that going all the way to Bangor to pick up flags?
Yes.
Yes. I can explain it if you want me to.
Please do.
We applied for a matching kind of grant through this flag company. It's all American for our replacement of our flags for the poles out here. But the pickup is in Bangor, but it saved us close to about $2,800.
So it's definitely worth.
Definitely worth the trip to Bangor to go pick these up. And with the ones that we have, we'll have enough spares so that if one falls down, tears, rips, breaks, whatever, we'll be able to put them up. And they're the really good flag poles with the spinners, so hopefully nothing gets tangled. There's always a chance of it happening, but it happened to come across my desk. I reached out to the selectman, to Lynn. We talked about it, showed it to Cliff. And he's like, yeah, they're all American, everything's great, it's local company, and we applied, got it, and so.
When's the pickup on that?
I said Wednesday,
Wednesday,
Okay.
so tomorrow.
if it's bad weather, Cliff has already reached out to them and they can schedule a different day.
I wasn't sure because we're making a trip up. I didn't know if I could do it. It's not Wednesday.
Well, if he needs to change, I will let you know.
Rick?
Yep. Over this vacation, we had a movie night. Private Rescue came out and joined with the Friends of Rec. We put on the animated Grinch movie at the community center. Popcorn and lemonade were had by all. They have a big inflatable screen, so we're happy to have them and thank them for having them and Friends of Rec for supporting the movie night. We have youth winter sports are in full swing now. Basketball and wrestling here. Upcoming events. We've got our kids paint workshop, which is Saturday, January 24th, from 4 to 6 p.m. That is limited space for that class, so if you haven't registered, get registered. we're about half to 3/4 full on that. We've been working on getting ready for spring meetings and coaches trainings online. We're also gonna have a umpire training clinic this spring. We're gonna combine with a couple different coaching groups to try to have a training group. So basically, you'll get certification. It may come with a small fee, it's like $15 or $20. Hopefully to encourage more people to help us out with umpiring. We're switching over to all little league, so we'll need to hire all our own umpires from here on out. We have coffee hour this week at 9:30, as usual, after a 2-week hiatus. And yoga this week has moved to Friday night at 6 p.m.
There you go. You can go. On Friday night.
Right.
Offering a fitness center bonus month for the new year. We've done that for the last couple of years. If you register and you're a new member or renewing member through January 31st, you get a free month. We do have a new treadmill that just came in, and we'll be up and running as soon as we can get it together. Last but not least, we have Friends of Rec meeting tomorrow night at 6:30 at the community center.
Sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Joe, Terry's not doing an update.
School board?
Yeah.
No, she hasn't been meeting.
Communications committee. What?
Communications Committee has a meeting this Thursday at 4 p.m. here.
Oh, perfect.
So if anyone wants to come join.
Nice. Comp plan implementation. You got your first meeting the end of this month, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure of the date.
I thought it was like the 19th or 20th or something.
Yeah.
Community resilience
No word.
and budget.
The next meeting is January 19th, 5:30 here. In and out of town requests are gonna be discussed and here, I guess. And last meeting will be February 9th. And that's the admin. So we're in good shape.
Does the budget committee want to revisit? Because we have to change what we, some of the things that's already been voted on. Is the committee adamant that they want to be brought in on this or no?
Don't think so.
The only reason I'm asking is like the transfer station. That exponentially changed. We had already done that prior to the vote. So those numbers will change.
Right.
We have no choice of that. And the admin budget, which hasn't been proposed yet, that will change as well. So, okay. All right, perfect. Thank you. All right, Globe Life. In the back.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
You can come on up.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm Brittany Queckbacker.
Mhm.
I talked to Lynn a couple weeks back about potentially switching employees from Black to Whole Life. They do benefits for accident, injury, cancer, heart attack, stroke, and ICU. The biggest difference with us and other companies is we have no caps or limits to the payouts. Our rates are competitive. I think the one that we looked at, our rate was actually better than,
Mhm.
Way better than Aflac
yeah,
with more coverage.
yes.
Yes.
And the best part about it is a return of premium. So it acts as a savings account if you stay healthy. It pays out every 25 years. So, for example, if the rate, say the rate is $100 a month. If you take your monthly rate times 12 times 25 years, it's a return of $30,000 to the individual
You got 25 years.
at 25 years. So nice padding to your retirement plan. It's also a will to asset to your family. So if you were to pass away for any reason before the 25 years, 100% of the premiums that were paid in is what will last with your family. So either you get the money back, you've paid it and paid it in claims, or your family gets the money. So, yeah. And Gold Life, it's a great company. They've been around since 1900. It's wonderful.
Days.
Yeah.
Think we should change it.
Definitely, I think, yes.
All right. See you are the primary contact for this. You'll service this account.
Yeah.
All right. I will make the motion to go with Globe Life for the town employees. Dropping Aflac. Any discussion? She knows the figures, so I'm gonna. Numbers were exponentially good. Aflac, and
Yep.
not to mention Aflac just got caught up in the last month. With a whole lot to do. So, all right, all in favor? Perfect. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
It's Parker, Salvation Army.
For 14 town, Carroll County, and working with them during the Kelly campaign this year, there were conversations about who would Brownfield go to if they needed some Salvation Army. The answer to that question was they would have to go to Freiburg, who covers multiple towns. However, they wanted to expand their service areas and offered to open a new Salvation Army service area for only Brownfield, which is an amazing thing because they always start us with a budget of $800 that has to be shared for all the towns. But in this case, we just received $800 for only Brownfield residents to utilize should they need assistance. Our budgets are from October 1st to September 30th. So we started with an $800 budget. We help with things like, food vouchers to Hannaford, an electric bill, maybe some fuel. It's somewhat flexible, but it's also limited still because we haven't had a lot of activity with Salvation Army partnerships. So I took over the books a couple of years ago for Conway and started to build partnerships, but we have a ways to go. So as I'm building those partnerships for that area, I will also loop in Brownfield so that we will have people that will accept our Salvation Army vouchers, and so we can have more people. So the process for accessing that is simply I would say, maybe a phone call. We could do it by referral when people reach out to the town, or you can self-refer. I was hoping to have it done by tonight, but I didn't get it done. I'm hoping to have a separate email set up for Brownfield Salvation Army and then a separate one for Conway Salvation Army, so I don't co-mingle my work hours. So when that happens, I'll let them know what it is and maybe come down and do an announcement again for people at home. But in the meantime, I think I'm pretty well known in town, so if anybody needs to reach me, they can reach me over Facebook or with a phone call to my cell phone number by referral through the town of Brownfield. Questions?
I just asked Lynn, you were talking about an email for the Salvation Army type setup.
Yeah, just so that it's for contact.
Exactly, and I just asked her if we could set something up through Outlook. That
would be wonderful.
town.
That's what I use at work.
So we can try, if you want to get with Lynn, if she's good with that. And share decisions.
Work.
It would be a Brown.
Can I have Gmail at home? So, but I can access my work email from here, so I would assume we can set it up so I can access it on my cell phone. I'm not very technical. No, I can get around it and once I set up.
Took her 2 minutes and she had it on my phone.
Okay, all right, as long as I can access it on my phone.
Yeah, Ninja Fingers over here, she was quick.
Yeah. They start us off automatically $800 budget, but next year we can do our own calculate. you have to have a site to do it, and Brownfield's a small place, so I can envision maybe going to the convenience store out here, I always call it the one, what's it?
It's Dylan's.
Dylan's now. We could maybe go there and do some kettling to try and raise funds and the more we kettle or the more donations we get, we'll increase that budget. So to give you an example, the first year I had an $800 budget. The second year it was still an $800 budget because they would kettle that second year. This year, our budget's going to probably quadruple from 1 year of kettling at one location, 2 weekends. Which equates to 24 hours. Okay. So small,
Yeah, they're recognized.
it's gonna take a lot of effort to raise that budget a little bit. And I can give you, for anybody that maybe wants to make a donation so that we'll have a bigger budget, that donation would have to be made, I don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the Salvation Army. And it has to have in a memo, Brownfield service unit, so that we would get it in Brownfield. And then it can be mailed to me and I'll forward it to the main office. And I guess, do you want to mail it to the Brownfield town office? We'll put it that way. Does that work? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, is that good? Questions?
Who decides? I call the Salvation Army and say, I need $1,000 for heating oil. Do you say, yeah, okay, or is it the Board of Selectmen, or is it the?
No, I make the decisions on how much we can spend and what we spend it on, however. I'm new at this, but I haven't had a lot of volume of people because we didn't have a lot of money. So I'm still figuring out what those thresholds are, because the thresholds that they gave us are crazy low. And then they said to us, you know, these are super low. So, like if it's a bigger need, I usually will call the main office and say, you know, is $100 good? $300? Can I do this much or whatever? And they'll tell me yes or no. It depends. So I haven't fully figured all that out. Usually food cards, I do $100 to Hannaford. I'm working on forming some partnerships with some thrift stores in the Conway area. So we'll be able to use Salvation Army's funds for that. We can do things like, I haven't done it yet, but I know because I had a situation that we can do things like pay all or a portion of, probably a portion of the cost for like an appliance at Home Depot. I had somebody that needed a washer and we were gonna try to make that happen, but it worked out without me having to do it. So it's all like, you have to wait your way through it until you figure it out. You have to really know, but generally speaking, I've been sticking with, for these first 2 years, I've been sticking with food and lights. Because the other programs that I handle deal with housing, so I just kind of dive into the lights and the food.
So
I have fun.
So who tells the people in this town what it is? You just said, I stick to it. So the whole thing is.
I am the secretary for Salvation Army that administers these vouchers right here. And I send them according to the, the instructions. Everybody's got, every vendor has a different sort of set of instructions. I give the client the main copy, they have to sign it. And then the other copy goes to the main office and in some cases to the vendor. There's more paperwork that has to go to certain vendors.
What I was getting at, is there an effort to ensure citizens Brownfield as to what is available and when? How does someone know that they can't get heating oil, but they can get food stamps?
Okay,
Who tells them that?
so what I would suggest during this brief, okay? This isn't a town-run thing.
Salvation Army.
This is, yes, we're separate from this. However, I see no reason that we can't assist with this program at the town level. Put it on the Facebook page, put it on the town website, contact informations, whatever you would deem necessary. The referrals would, somebody calls in and Miss Patty takes a call, just log them so that we know, and the referrals are made to the Salvation Army as appropriate. This would kind of just be a intermediary for the Brownfield taxpayers to get in contact with the Salvation Army rep to handle anything. And I would greatly appreciate the ladies of the office taking care of that. So that it's kind of seamless and it helps out the Brownfield residents.
And I know we had one person from Brownfield inquire about Salvation Army, and they inquired with the main office, who then contacted me and said, somebody from Brownfield called regarding a person that was not from Brownfield. So it was redirected to my office. So they can find out if they just call Salvation Army or call 211, Salvation Army will help them get connected to the right service unit. Because it's like Conway does 14 service. I have 14 towns in Conway. I have only this town here. That's a huge bonus for Brownfield, especially with the size of the town, when I had $800 for 14 towns in that town. In that service area. So I don't know how it happened. It just happened. It was great. And I said, yeah, I'll do it all day long. Bringing $800 to the town of Brownfield with the potential of more.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I have to read this. All right. Ms. Torta, would you be willing to accept the planning board from alternate? Okay, Town of Brownfield Select Board order declaring a vacancy on the Brownfield Planning Board. This order declaring a vacancy on the Brownfield Planning Board, the order, is adopted on January 6, 2026 by the Brownfield Select Board. Whereas pursuant to 30 AMRS 2601, an establishment of Brownfield Planning Board ordinance adopted by vote of town meeting on June 5th, 1992, the ordinance, the Brownfield Select Board, being the municipal officers of the town of Brownfield, is vested with the authority to declare seats on the Brownfield Planning Board to be vacant and to fill the same on an interim basis until the end of the current fiscal year. And whereas consistent with 30 AMRS 2602-6B and section 2D of the ordinance, a vacancy exists on the planning board if, among other things, a member fails to attend 4 consecutive regular meetings. And whereas section 2D of the ordinance requires the chair of the planning board to advise the municipal officers in writing when such a vacancy occurs. And whereas by correspondence dated December 2nd, 2025, Sonia Fry, the chair of the Brownfield Planning Board, indicated to the select board that planning board member Vincent Carbone had failed to attend 4 consecutive regular meetings of the planning board beginning on August 5th, 2025, and continuing through the planning board's most recent regular meeting of November 18th, 2025, with which correspondence is incorporated into this order by reference. Now, therefore, based upon the foregoing, be it ordered as follows. 1, vacancy declared pursuant to its authority under 30 AMRS 2601 and 2602 and section 2D of the ordinance. The select board hereby declares a seat on the Brownfield Planning Board currently filled by Vincent Carbone to be vacant. Interim appointment consistent with section 2D of the ordinance. The select board hereby appoints Judy Tordo to the above declared vacant seat with their term to expire on June 30, 2026. The election of a permanent replacement member of the planning board shall occur at the town's 2026 annual town meeting, with such permanent member to be elected for a term of 5 years, consistent with section 2C of the ordinance. Are we all in agreement? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Judy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It is official. Mr. Carbone is no longer on the planning board. Porto will be taking his place. That gives us a vacancy of the alternate position. It is my opinion that we wait until the regularly scheduled election in June to fill that alternate vacancy. If we don't have somebody that will fill it, the alternate position between now and then, there's a possibility that we could have a special town meeting March, April, depending on the ordinance review. So we could do it then as well.
Yeah, but right enough people who do the business.
Yes,
So you can do whatever.
that maintains the form. Correct.
Fair enough.
All right. Where's Robert's favorite? General Assistance Portable Report. There were two and they were denied. Brownfield Town Office holiday closing, January 19th. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, February 16th, President's Day, May 25th, Memorial Day, Juneteenth, June 19th, September 7th, Labor Day, October 12th, Columbus Day, November 11th, Veterans Day, November 26th, Thanksgiving, December 24th, Christmas Eve, and December 31st, New Year's Eve. That will be posted, correct?
Mhm.
So, I want to talk about this, North Ledge.
Uh,
2026 services support agreement. So we're prepaying for the 50 hours.
That's what we'd be prepaying for, yes.
Are they going to step it up?
Sure hope so.
Yeah, the computer, which seems to be waning. We've run into a few issues in the last year where there's no prioritization. And yeah, and we're sucking. So, what do you think?
We can always reach out and try to find somebody else to give us a quote as well. I just don't know who to call or.
So what a rocket fireplace. Okay. So the rec director job description has been changed.
Caitlin, yes.
Seconded. Rec director has signed. So we need to sign our copy.
Is that same thing?
Okay, there's a municipal, the Municipal Innovation Day. Inspiring Maine's and municipal leaders to collaborate, innovate, and build solutions, February 5th, 2026. It's hosted by Brew Institute in collaboration with the Greater Portland Council of Government and the Mid-Coast Council of Government. Day-long gathering designed to inspire municipal leaders across Maine, surface shared challenges, explore Emerging technologies, yeah, okay,
It's,
It's
yes,
UPS.
okay.
It's
I
UPS.
don't know, somebody hit the floor.
I was trying to tell me, UPS.
Is this something? Wanted to do?
I would like all four of us, or even Pam if she wanted to go, because it sounds like a really good opportunity and it's no charge to the town.
Or is it not?
However, it's a Thursday and that means that the town clerk's office would have to be closed that day.
Thing is, if you pass up the networking, you pass up your backups.
I think that there's a lot that we could get out of that. Especially with the itinerary that we have set up. I think we would get a lot out of it and there would be a lot of networking opportunities for us to find out what other places are doing and how they're doing it. And
Gotta keep up. Make it happen, guys. Keep an eye on that.
yes, it's right. Do we still have four? Oh, nothing up to if she can.
I'm the old lady, remember? What's that, right?
There's a planning board meeting tonight at 7. Tomorrow at 5:30, we have a select board workshop for classes happening in the rec building. 6:30 tomorrow at Willie, the Friends of Rec are meeting at the community center.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6:30.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. We have, what's the deal with this?
So the girls and I, we researched to see what towns were getting for fees for mattresses and so forth for the transfer station. And we came up with this information and we made a few adjustments to what we were originally charging to be in suit with the other towns around us.
Okay, so that's this copy here.
Yes,
Okay.
it's nothing drastic. It's only a couple dollars here and there.
I make a motion to accept it. Oops. Yeah, that's on the back pages. Like $8 it went to fund. I mean, that was just one example. Yeah, well, good. There's another toothbrush.
No.
Yes. Okay. I thought she was saying. She was like, I get it right. Oh, me too. So motion stands to accept it and institute it as of tomorrow. Second. All in favor? Perfect, thank you. Can you get that updated down to Richie for first thing tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Change.
I remind myself.
Where are you? What'd you think of that?
It's the entire building, I know. It's the entire building, including the ceiling. There's a lot of holes in all the walls. I pointed out to him that would need to be repaired as well.
Well, if you ladies quit coming back here, well, it's going down to lunch.
Mm,
There's a fun in that.
What do they call that stuff? Yeah, wainscoting or something. Package that, take some of the front from you ladies.
So, yeah, so it was thorough. It was gonna caulk around all the seams, repair all the holes in the walls and I don't know if that's in the end, like, that would come out of the capital improvement account.
Yeah.
And
This is from today, right?
Yes,
So we don't have anything else coming out.
of the capital improvement account, no,
Yeah.
we have no
Yeah.
plans on it.
6002.
Yes, 6002.
Okay, so you have nothing else that's coming out. What about the flooring? The one we want to pay for?
Oh, no, there's one more payment for the floor,
How much?
which is probably 10 grand, maybe?
Okay, all right, so
Yeah.
we're still over 40.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, fine, this one, the one, he's gonna fix that. We had to get reach. All straight, I think so. I hope that finishes our update for the next decade.
Mhm.
What don't cost a million bucks? 350 for that shitty double cost.
This is our balance, minus 10. Over here. So we got 142.08. So minus 10, so 142, just figure 142. So that brings down to 130. We don't have anything. Can't think that we've got anything that we're talking about.
Everything's been done.
Yeah, because the grant's taken care of over there.
Mhm.
We'll have the heating and air when that award goes on from
Mhm.
the crickets.
Mhm.
That'll have no impact here. We don't need. Talk about anything else.
I can't think of anything else that we actually need to.
Is the
Michelle?
front door, is the front door?
Oh, the front door is gonna.
Yeah,
be-
but that's gonna, we're waiting, we're gonna wait until.
That's something.
So, yeah. Joel. All right,
You know. I see.
yeah, I will make the motion to expend 12,000 allocated buildings capital improvements on 602 in the amount of $12,000 for the complete repainting and repair of the interior of the town building. Yeah. We have to hesitate on that, but. Didn't work out the bid, did we? This morning yet. Doesn't matter. There's nothing statutory that says we have. All right. So. Because we're really expensive, legal. Making sure that was the case. Yeah, so. Well, it needs to be done. Yeah. Well, the thing is, if that's, it needs to be.
Yeah, it's been needed to be done for several years now.
Well, we're pretty sure.
They're bad.
You gotta go with soft colors. So we.
Um,
Warm and well.
We're thinking lime green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get a whole lot for them.
the painter suggested white trim with gray walls throughout.
Can match floor pretty well.
Yes, that's, he saw the flooring and that's what he suggested.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, motion stands. Second. Second. Any discussion? All in favor? Painfully, yeah. Sure, goodness. We got the snow, all authorities have signed the accessibility policy that we passed in December. That's for all of the town, buildings that have accessibility. As the select board, we set who has access to lights. So, the transfer station is not, that building is not an accessibility building. The office at Public Works, this building and the rec are the three that have that accessibility. So all the employees understand they need to maintain the accessibility for ADA.
Well, while we're discussing that.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a recommendation that we temporarily close off the handicap entrance to the front of the community center. Because where it comes down and meets the pavement, it's the lowest point, so the water runs in there.
Does that damage?
Yeah, and it's impossible to keep it safe, really. I mean, maybe if you get a stretch of good weather, it might be, but right now it's clear ice.
Stretch of good weather.
No.
You know what I mean? Just temporarily. They got the,
That was a hot flash, man.
because they got the side entrance.
Yeah, make that happen.
We gonna use like, snow fence or?
Whatever you deem appropriate for the access. It does have to have the emergency exit ability though.
Yeah, we're just talking about the ramp out
Correct.
front on
Yep.
the west side.
Yep.
Yeah, you
But-
still have, you still have,
But that front door, it has to have the exit ability.
yeah, yeah.
That has to be
Yeah.
locked to go, correct. Yep. Perfect.
Well, yeah, the entrance to the door was gonna be
Right.
cut off.
Well, I just want it out there because
Yeah,
we go over and he,
closes everything. No,
Yeah.
okay.
perfect.
Whatever he deems necessary.
That work?
So I've completed a few reports this week, including the December dog licensing report and the Moses report covering all hunting and fishing licenses, as well as some of the fields and ATV registrations for December. A total of 47 dogs were licensed during the month, and Moses recorded 30 transactions. And just a reminder to register your dog before February 1st, as the late fee takes effect that day.
It's cheaper if you can pay your fee here.
You were going that way. Getting serious. Thank you. Okay.
I am working to try to set up an ADA training for all town employees. I reached out to our regional center, which is based out of Boston, that covers all of New England. Their virtual training is $1,500. In person is more plus cost of travel. So I have reached out to the state of Maine, Department of Labor to see if they have any. They haven't gotten back to me yet, but I am working on that to get that plan. Hopefully it's right.
You got it, Bill.
I've asked Bill, he said if he can find anything, he'll let me know. I
I'll
also,
set up all the computers, don't
I also asked Mike if he'd seen anything in his travels as code enforcement. If he happens to come across any training, but just working on that at the moment.
60 days. You have nothing else.
Yep.
Extend the 1,500 out of training.
Okay.
So everybody understands the town employee ADA training. It is mandatory. You will not have the choice of, well, I really don't want to do that. No, you either take it or you're going to find employment elsewhere. So I want to make sure that that is clear. 60 days. If you don't find a cheaper alternative or another avenue to do that, look at, we have the training money. What the training money usually every year is nil used. So, yeah. let's do that.
Right. I will make some phone calls and stuff too, so.
Oh, no, she's very beefing on it.
I reached out to him.
They work with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I did disability Maine. No one's gotten back to me yet, so.
You sir? Did anything? Right?
I'm good.
Okay,
All set.
okay. Floor is open. Anything? Oh, yeah.
So I have another suggestion. I wonder if vocational rehabilitation would, yeah. Because they have to know all that stuff because they're working with all disabled people.
That is part of through the Maine, they're listed on, the Department of Labor, so.
So they might, yeah,
They
they
might-
just might
one of
have
them might-
connections.
Good.
I make a motion to adjourn. Right. All in favor? Thank you, folks.